I was doing a training. Actually, I was a little bit of, I hired someone to learn a new skill with YouTube marketing. It's an area I've done YouTube marketing, I've done videos, I've got ads going, but this person does them at a scale that would scare the crap out of Zuckerberg.
Wow.
And we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars a day he's spending on YouTube ads. So I'm like, okay, dude, what's your secret? And I paid him an absolute metric ton of money to do a consulting with him at scale, to understand exactly what he's doing. It was a lot of bribery, but it worked. And now he's given me an entire blueprint of how to do this. Now, next week, I'm taking 2 employees. I'm going to then tell them, okay, this is what we're going to do as step 1. Boom, 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 boom. And it's all, before I got on with Ty, I was documenting it out. This is our plan.
Right.
To do this, record 20 videos next week. We're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Bullet pointed. Now I'm going to sit down with them. We're going to do it together. But when I'm confident, and this is one thing for a lot of people when you're thinking about assistants or when you're starting a business, it's too easy to micromanage and do everything yourself.
Yes.
Wearing every hat like it's a badge of honor. It's not. It's your biggest hindrance to scale and success. So learn to trust others, give them the process, or trust them to learn a process that you can live with that produces results.
Doesn't have to be 100%, right? Like it doesn't.
It's not perfection. Never go for the A plus certification. C-level work is the rule of 80-20. Get most of the way there. You'll get 80% of your results from 20% of the efforts. Focus on that 20%. You don't have to plan for world domination. You plan for results. And if the results are greater than the effort put in, you have profit. And from there, you can scale up and refine. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a quick sidebar, and I know that was probably a really long answer.
No, that was
really
beautiful.
Systemization.
Mm-hmm. That was beautiful because you touched on so many different points, right? And I want to talk about once we have a system in place, then I want to go into scaling, right? Because you've got it all right. But going back for a second, there's so many people, and I was a victim of this, right? I don't know if you were a victim of this, but before I was like, no one's going to do it as well as I can,
Absolutely.
I'm the master. I can't have anyone else do it. That was one of my first objections. And then the first thing, which I see so many people suffer from, is I don't have the money to go in and hire someone full scale, right? I don't have, what it's going to cost to hire someone full time. And I think that's the biggest misconception ever, because a lot of the folks that are on my team, I only hire them as needed or for a few hours a week. If I need them for a project that requires 3 or 4 hours, right? Boom, that's it. And I might pay them $100 for that week or $50 for that week or whatever it may be. Now, there's other people on my team that, and as the companies have grown, I'm paying a lot more because their time is there. So how do you overcome that? Like those thoughts of, if it has to be done, I have to be the one doing it.
I was looking for the company real quick that we use. Mm-hmm. It's Gen M. If you look them up, if you're wondering about how do I get someone, there is, it's called Gen M. And what they do is they will actually give you a trained college level intern for $49 a month.
Jeez, there's no excuses.
Yeah, I mean, you can hire. I hire people from the Philippines as an example. I can go to onlinejobs.ph. Yeah. I could put in and get 200 applicants for a $300 a month position, which is anywhere from 20 to 40 hours. Yep. Okay, you don't have to hire for someone full time. You can hire them on demand. You can hire them on per project. There's plenty of people on Fiverr. Example, we're doing this podcast here. I have a podcast in the trading space, funnily enough, one of the most popular podcasts in trading. But I have a guy on Fiverr who I sit down, just like we're doing here, and myself and my business partner are talking about the markets. He takes our entire podcast, edits it, gives it the professional audio. He's got an entire studio, $40 a week.
And you're just handing him the file. That's it.
Basically, as soon as we hit stop on the record, it goes to Dropbox. We set up a process for this, funnily enough. As soon as we finish, it automatically goes to Dropbox. He picks it up. He knows it every week, what time it's going to be there. He then puts it into another system. He does all his production, puts it into another system. As soon as it's in that folder, boom, it's distributed everywhere.
It's done.
And again, we set up the automations, we set up the systems, but all it costs me is $40 a week. And that entire system is fully automated. I don't even have to worry about it. All I have to do, just like we're doing here, is press record and then stop when I'm ready. And then all the rest of it is done. So you can get on-demand skill sets. You don't, and to talk to your point, which is very, very important, and I don't want to skim across this, you can't be the master at everything, despite it being your baby, being a control freak, which I was.
Yeah, same.
And I wanted to micromanage everything. You should not have to learn every skill set required to run your business. You want to be focused on being a manager, not basically not the guy who's cranking in the engine house. Okay, you want to be the guy who's the captain of the ship, not the guy in the engine room stoking the fires.
Yeah,
that's what a crew is for. So go find people who have mastered the skill you need, rather than half-assing it yourself and then fractionalizing your time. J.D. Rockefeller said this, and it's really a very true statement. I would rather have 1% of the revenue of 100 people working than 100% of one person. It's very, very important to understand. And when you can let go, because this is the hard part for a lot of people, is when you can let go of control and you can build the systems or the processes or get people to build those systems or processes for you, and they can execute on them, guess what? You've now got a whole army of people that are profitable working for you, producing results. That profit could be just a result you want. It could be monetary, it could be time freedom, it could be anything. But if you're getting a return on that letting go, then that is as good as an investment.
Yeah, it is. And that time that you recapture is just unheard of, right? Because you can get more money back. You can't get the time, right? You can never recapture that time.
Well, it's absolutely true. And your focus should be on where you do best. I mean, like right now, I work 4 or 5 hours a day. Okay. I'll work longer if I want to, and if I'm in the office for any extended period of time, but I work on average about 4 or 5 hours a day, and I run 10 businesses.
You see. And you see, guys, the thing is, though, most successful people that are in a position like that, where they've got multiple businesses, they're not finding like this excess of an extra 40 hours a week, right? They've learned how to manage the hours that they have, but yet they're able to run 3, 4, 5, 10, in your case, 10 businesses. And it's all through leveraging. It's all through automation. It's all through the systems, right? And being
it's exactly what you teach and talk to your students about, which is assets.
Yeah.
I buy and acquire and build assets, and I want to take myself out of those assets so they can run without me. I buy businesses, I fund businesses. We do M&A and like growth capital and stuff like that. And I'm working right now on a funnily enough, it started off as a $5 million deal, could actually turn into a $100 million deal.
Nice.
And we're working on rolling up some businesses and things like that, but they don't need me. What they need is my vision, my skills, and my foresight, but they don't need me to produce me money. Once they're set up and done and they're rolling, they pay me every month. And all I have to do is turn up once or twice a month just to make sure the ship is going in the right direction and that there's no need for a course correction.